Hello, this is Anne-Marie David. I'm the Eurovision Song Contest 73 and you're now watching the esctoday.com.
It's an honor and a pleasure to have you on ESC Today, a Eurovision winner, 1973, back to the classic times of the contest. Looking back to your victory in 1973, what do you have to say now?
It seems very far and very close to me because very far because of course it's a long time ago that I won, but it's very close to me because more I go and more I travel. After a long stop without doing anything, because I've quit with the show business and I left this business during 15 years. There's only 5 years that I'm back in show business, and I'm very surprised to see that people are still interested in me. They still remember my song, and everywhere I go, even little place, people sing my song, and it's something very strange for me because I can't believe that after so many years, people still keep you in the heart. So continue, never stop.
In 1973, it was a three-way battle, and you faced so much challengers in the song by Esctoday, Esctoday, which also remained popular, and also Cliff Richard, who had also tried before with the classic Congratulations.
Yeah.
And eventually you emerged as the winner.
Yeah.
In 1979, when you also competed for France this time, it was also the same thing. It was a three-way battle, but that year you emerged as the second runner-up, and you placed third in the Eurovision Song Contest.
Well,
what do you see the comparisons and contrasts from these two contests?
well, in '79, I think the contest was a bit confused because I think, luckily for Israel, they had signed the peace. Finally, they had signed a peace. And it was 2 days before the Eurovision competition. And as the year before, Israel has won. So Eurovision took place also in Jerusalem. So there was the peace. It was in Jerusalem, and the best song they had with Gali Atari was named Alleluia. You imagine that my poor sunshine child, he couldn't do anything against that. But still I remember a nice time, and still I remember that with that second song I have traveled a lot.
And you still received a respectable place. Third place.
Oh yes, especially as I'm sure that if there was not all these combinations of three things, maybe I should have won eagerly, because I think we could be two winners that year. I told it to Gali.
A part of the Eurovision Song Contest, what was Anne-Marie David doing all these years, and any future plans?
When I stopped? Oh, when I stopped, I've done many things, but the main thing was that I wanted to retire and have a normal life, which I didn't have for lots of years. And I decided to retire in the country, and I became a breeder because I love horses, Spanish horses and Portuguese horses. And I was breeding horses and also bulls.
That's good. That sounds interesting.
Oh, well, interesting. They have taught me a lot of patience.
Now, getting to this year, because you're kind of involved in the contest by supporting a Eurovision hopeful. This is Harel Scott, the Israeli representative this year with the song Belim.
Yeah.
And 1 week before the selection, you were there in Jerusalem. And you openly supported Harel. Why Harel? Why it's Israel this year?
Why Harel? That's a strange story, you know. I'm not used to support many artists, especially young artists, because first of all, it's very difficult to have a long friendship when you travel a lot. But this time I think the things has been a bit different because I didn't know Harold, and he invited me to Haifa because he wanted to have me as a guest. And as the Israeli TV said, asked him to sing my song, he wanted to sing my song, but he said, I don't want to sing alone. I want to sing this song in duet with Anne-Marie. So he convinced them to bring me there. And I was so happy because we are not same generation. He could be easily my son. And when we met, I really had something very special because he's not only a singer. He is a real great artist because things come from inside with him, and I felt it, you know. And on the stage when we performed, when we rehearsed, it was a great laughs, and he asked me lots of things, and always with questions. And when I told him that I was living in a small village, he said, "Oh yes, I'm myself. I'm coming from a small village," and we exchanged a lot of feelings like this. And I found that over the singer I met a real person, very rich of experience. And when I saw him singing, I was very impressed to see that he was really expressing something. And that's exactly what I love with artists. You know, I'm used to be a singing teacher too, but more than a singing teacher, I teach the young artists to give the best of what they have inside. And that's always the most difficult to explain, that we don't sing with a voice. We sing with all the body, all the brain, all what we are. It must come from the inside. If you are empty, you cannot bring anything to anybody.